Hey guys, welcome to our Saturday night thrift haul. We're actually going live on Facebook instead of YouTube tonight because we tried to go live on YouTube and it wouldn't let us do a public live. It was really weird. It's been kind of an odd night because
our power was just out.
The power was just out in for 10,000 homes in the city of Lehi for about an hour or so. Power was out, and so we didn't know if we would even be able to go live. Somebody must have really wanted us to go live tonight because there was power lines over the road just a few miles from here. Anyway, so we had the live set up because we were like, well, maybe we could just use a flashlight to go live.
Granted, I have a huge flashlight.
Yeah.
It would have looked a little ominous, but you would have been able to see the stuff.
But then the power went back on, and then after the power went back on, we tried to go live, and then we'd go live, so now we had to go live on Facebook, but Caitlin's not feeling well, so Ivy is here dropping links, and we had to get Ivy on as an admin so she can drop links. So we're a little bit late, and we're in the wrong spot, so hopefully people will pop on, but we go live every Saturday, rain, shine, power outage, YouTube being dumb and having to go on Facebook or shine at 8:30 Mountain Time. And if you like these kinds of videos, make sure you hit, I don't know what it is on Facebook, but there's probably a notification bell or something. Make sure that you follow our page and click notify when live, so that way you can see when we go live. So I'm gonna pull up the comments here.
All right, I'm gonna grab stuff that I have pricing on because we were trying to price things in the dark and we didn't have time to finish everything.
And since we're on Facebook, you guys can go ahead if you would like and sprinkle the love by hitting that share button out, and then people will know that we're live here. And Caitlin's sending an email too. So.
All right, so we're gonna get started with the theme of the title of today's video.
The theme of the title theme.
The title, whatever. We thrift for profit every week, and we tell you what we paid, and we show you in hopes that you can also see it. This was $4.99. And we are going to sell it for $22.95. Now, I did not pick this one up. This is a Jami clock.
I know, and I'm always the one that picks out the clocks, right?
So I don't know
if
this
I was going to tell you guys, since we're on Facebook and not YouTube, and you guys might not know, you can shop everything at JamiRayVintage.com. And Ivy should be on here dropping links. So if you haven't been seeing links dropped, if you just go to JamiRayVintage.com and hit Saturday Thrift Haul, that's where everything's at. I'm gonna see if Ivy can find us real quick.
So that battery that was in here is not gonna make this work. I'll have to test it. If not, I have a lot of clock kits that we have extra after doing the craft box the time before last, and we'll make this work. So $22.95, is this a painted item?
Oh yeah, it's definitely painted. Caitlin says YouTube is here to stay. This is just the weather that's being weird tonight, and for some reason YouTube's not working. So
well, it wouldn't let me, so we were on YouTube, I had the live all set up, but it wouldn't let me click unlisted. So basically, unless you have the link that I sent to you personally, you wouldn't be able to watch it because it wouldn't put it out public. All right,
thanks,
false.
Robert.
Oh, I like these. These are 10-ounce cups. I like that it says it on the bottom. False crafts cups. Set of 4.
I try not to buy the boring plates and bowls, but anytime I find this pattern in something interesting, like a mug or serving dishes, I always pick it up. It's very cottage core, $1.49 each. And then how much for the set? Did you get this one written down?
I did not make it. Well,
Sarah
maybe I made it.
She snuck in and she shopped early.
$16.95.
Yeah, $16.95 for the set of 4. So we paid $1.49 each, so that's a total of $6, and we're selling for $16.95 for all 4. Now here's a pro tip. If you guys are resellers like us, if you're going to a thrift store that charges taxes, if you are set up with your state to not pay sales tax because you're a reseller, you can just show them your sales tax ID, and then they should be able to take that off. So we didn't do that for the longest time with Sabers, and DI is a charity, so they don't charge taxes, but lately I've been showing it to them, and it does save you some fees that you really shouldn't have to be paying because it's not like you're using it for personal use. So.
Okay, this was $1.99. I grabbed this little galvanized tin. Someone put a punch in the bottom of it, so you can see the hole there. It's ready to be a planter or, a tablescape centerpiece. It would be great for that too. It was $12.95. I say was because someone got on before the live started and they shopped.
There were a few people that shopped. Let's see what they bought. That's gonna get painted though and stenciled, so it's gonna be super cute.
Oh, that'll be good.
Let me pull up here. So there were some people like Miss Sarah who already admitted that she shopped early, so I can let the cat out of the bag on that one, and got some things because we always make everything live for the thrift haul at 8:30 on Saturday.
So this is copper, and it's got this awesome brass hanger so you can hang it. It's not for holding, it's for hanging. But it was $3.99. We're selling it for $14.95. I don't wager we're going to be painting this. I think it's for holding eggs or something like that.
Oh, did you check and add that back to inventory? Or what was it that wasn't in inventory?
It was this because it sold.
What? Oh, that. Okay, yeah. So Sarah actually bought did you show them the bump pen?
Not yet.
Okay, we'll show them the bump pen. Sarah bought this. You can tell them about that.
This is a great blue on the bump pen. We haven't bought any of these for a while because we see them a lot, but sometimes the coloring's not great on them. Like the 70s greens and yellows and oranges that we often see. Some of that coloration's coming back, but this was a great color.
So pretty. Plus, I like the white chippy on the inside. How much was it?
It was $2.99. We're selling it for $7.95, leaving it chippy. And it does have some wear from the oven. Now, this has actually been used.
And then Sarah also bought this. I buy stoneware anytime I can get it. I believe it was like $18.95 or $19.95. I can't remember.
This is some good old Pampered Chef.
I paid $4.99 for it because anytime I can get Pampered Chef stoneware, I do, because I think it's like $40 to $80 online. I saw one on Amazon for $80. I don't know why anybody would pay $80 for that, but I would pay $40 and $20 as a steal. So
yeah, well, we had a pizza stone from Pampered Chef that we used probably for 15 years before one of the kids cracked it.
So we're gonna have to stop a few times. I was pinching your leg.
I
we're
knew
gonna have
to
to stop every now and then and tell people where to buy because we're on Facebook, not YouTube.
I knew to stop. I was gonna finish my sentence though. She's over here pinching. She's pinching me under the table. Hey, I need to get a word in edgewise, Zeb.
I just didn't want to interrupt you. Now you let people know that I pinch your knee when I need to talk. So where was I at before I got distracted? Tonda. To buy, you go to JamiRayVintage.com. Ivy is on here and she's dropping links, but if you're not seeing the links, if you just go to JamiRayVintage.com, click the menu and click Saturday Thrift Haul, all of the items are up there to purchase.
All right, this was a last minute grab. This is what? My Neil, is that what it says? Amy Neal?
Yeah.
No, it just says My Neal import 1985.
So it's not quite vintage because I was born in 1982, so it's not that old. But, or maybe it's like vintage, but it's like retro, I don't know. But I love these old school type baby planters. They were really popular in the 70s and 80s, and they sell really well for me. And did you tell them how much it was?
I hadn't yet. It's $3.99. We're gonna sell it for $12.95. And lest you think I wasn't earning my money, this thing got scrubbed already, and it needs another scrub because
we will scrub it again.
There was some plant stuff in the bottom, and I don't know what else, but I got most of it out for you, and we'll continue to work on that.
Linda says she just wants to pinch you, nothing to do with needing to talk. After 20 years. That does happen. Oh, and also, you guys, this shirt, I don't know if you saw our video that we put up on YouTube yesterday. I was wearing this shirt. Nobody even asked about it. It says Weekend Junker. We have one in each size left, and it just went up on the website tonight. It goes from small to 3X.
There's a rooster and an old truck and some distressed font. It's
and
great.
It says Junker. So check out the website. All of our clothes are free shipping, so the price includes shipping on the clothes.
All right, I've got this fun frame. It's got a little vintage picture in there. I don't hate the picture, actually. It's a little black and white. But the frame, coloration, it needs a new paint job, I think. We might go blue, we might go green, we might go white, we could go gray,
you never
we
know.
could go black. Those are some of our favorite farmhouse colors.
But it will get painted. And if you're just tuning in, we are live on Facebook because YouTube was being dumb and we could not go live there. And we can't just not go live at all. And we almost didn't go live because there was no power for like an hour. So yep. There was that.
So $2.99, this is going for $12.95. I think I might have said that, but I forgot in my listing of colors.
And this is cool because it has the thing to like sit up, but it also has a wall, so you can hang it on a wall or you can set it on a counter. I was gonna show this because it's sold. I pick these up anytime I can buy them. They are the tin. here, wood on the top. They look like ceiling tins. This one has a yucky spray paint job. People try to be cool. They're like, I'll just save some money and buy some spray paint, and it's shiny and not chill. So we're going to paint it with some beautiful DIY paint and white wax it, and then wet distress it to bring out all the detail that you can't really tell because it's all one color. And we paid $3.99.
$3.99. I don't know. I didn't get the price
steal.
written
Oh,
on
I have
this.
it here. $22.95.
Okay, so a lot of times we'll see these even at our beloved DI, and not the Savers, for like $7 to $8, and
Yeah,
we
this
still
was
pick
a
them up.
steal. At $3.99 it was a steal. I would pay up to about $8 for it.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we say we pick them up anytime we can. If the price goes over like $8, we usually don't unless it's really long.
Yeah, you guys, we are so dedicated that before the power went back on, there's a ladder
Right behind
the
you,
phone.
there's a ladder with my big flashlight ready to go.
We're
We were
gonna
gonna
use
do
Zep's
it.
Milwaukee flashlight so we could go live. It would have been short, but we would have still gone live.
We were just mostly gonna be like, hey, we're here, look at the thrift haul, go buy some stuff so that we can eat on Friday next week.
Oh, speaking of eating, another cool thing that happened tonight, right before the power went out, Zeb preheated the oven. He had his shepherd's pie all put together, so we were able to put our dinner in.
Yeah.
And we ate in the glow of a flashlight.
It was great.
So it was good. All right, we're gonna keep going.
Rolling pins. These ones were a little bit more. I like to try to get them for the dollar range. But this one had a fun turned handle. Anytime we get any kind of detail on the handle, we go for that. It was $2.99 for this one. This one already has red painted handles.
It's so
It
good.
is ready for your holiday season. It's got some chippiness on it. We're just gonna wash this one. This one will paint the handles. This one was $1 more. I'm guessing for size, because I don't think Savers really cares if the handles are painted.
But $1 more, but worth it because I don't have to paint it. And I also love that authentic chippy. So this one will be $12.95. And this one is going to be $11.95, and we will paint the handles to make it look a little bit more fun. And we usually will sand them and put some hemp oil because that's food safe.
Yep.
And because that one's a little yucca in the middle, and we clean them up.
It does need some sanding. I think it's got remnants of last time someone made bread with this.
Or pie. You don't
Ooh.
normally make bread with a rolling pin, maybe tortillas. She loves rolling pins, and we have them inside of this little utensil crock. It's not actually old, but it is really cool. And it was $4.99. I'm gonna have to find it because we did, with all the crazy, with the power going out and YouTube not working, we didn't get everything like priced on the actual item. So we paid $4.99, and then we're gonna sell this for $12.95.
Sans rolling
So
pins.
cute with wooden spoons all in it. And I love the fact that it's got like the little pretend handles here. The coloring's really good. And anytime I can find things like this, I would rather buy them at the thrift store than buy them wholesale to sell in my shop. Because look how cute that is. And if you're just tuning in, you can shop along at JamiRayVintage.com under the Saturday Thrift Haul.
All right, I've got enough stuff out of my way. I'm gonna start painting a couple
Okay.
things. But show them
But
these.
the problem is you didn't price all this stuff, so I'm having to kind of go back and forth. So
It's
you might have
okay.
to just-
You're real quick at talking and doing stuff, so I think you'll be fine.
When people look at me like I'm a crazy person,
You
this
just can't
does
get
come
lost
off.
in comment land.
All right. Well, this is a really cool picture. It's stoneware. I like the spout. Isn't that cute? And I paid $4.99, and I'm going to sell it for $18.95. And it says it's oven proof. Let me pull the price tag off the bottom. I always like to look at the bottoms because it gives you an indication. It's not super old because it says dishwasher safe, microwave. It's Ohio. Roseville, Ohio. So it's Roseville Pottery. And if you guys are familiar with any kind of stoneware, Roseville is a really great brand. So while it's not old, it is a great pottery shop, and $4.99, selling it for $18.95. I also love it because the green stripe is a really great color. It's not forest green. It's more of like a, I don't know, like a dusty teal green, and I love it. So that one's fun. We already showed these, right?
Yep.
Can't find this
All of
on
these.
YouTube. Mary, we're not on YouTube because YouTube was not working for us. It would not let us do a live video, so we said let's go live on Facebook.
I'm gonna show them the mirror.
Mirror,
That almost
mirror
died.
on the wall, who's the prettiest of them all? Here, I'll get the thrift store price tag off of it. See that? Can you see the bird on there?
I think
It
says
was
ferret.
$2
Who's the ferret?
at DI. Look, can you see Zeb's ladder? I'm not kidding when I said he has the ladder. Let's see. There is the flashlight that he was going to use so we could go live with the power out, but it went back on. So this was $2. Let me look up the price tag real quick. Sorry, we didn't get everything but the prices on them. $12.95. I would ask more for it, but does have some slight imperfections on it. I don't know if you can see it. They're really faint, but it's just really pretty. Okay, so let's see. Got any comments here?
Have you showed them these wood items I'm getting ready to paint? Plywood.
Our birds don't show up on Facebook. They do not.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry. Oh, Karen says she's off to bed because there's a hurricane coming in Connecticut, where she's from.
Oh man.
So be careful.
Hopefully
can
you're
we
all
talk about the
buttoned up.
prices on these, or just gonna go to painting?
No, yeah, I was getting ready. This was $2, and it's got. We've ran into this before. It's got a PVC handle. I want to see if maybe I can paint it with the copper patina, the pennies from heaven, and see if it'll stick on the PVC.
We need to paint it white to cover up that blue.
Yeah, I'm gonna paint the whole thing white, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how much we're charging for this though. Just it's a shop project. Connor Luce
$19.95.
Den 4.
$19.95,
Connor
and
made
how
this.
much was it? Is there a price on there?
$2.
$2, and we're selling for $19.95. We will paint it and stencil it. That's what we love to do on totes. Also, if you're in the Thrift Haul collection, we painted a ton of stuff from the last few weeks that we hadn't got to, and I updated all the photos in the Thrift Haul collection. So if you peek through there, you can see things from a few weeks ago that we showed on our YouTube channel that we didn't get a chance to paint live. Yeah, I want to know, so somebody commented, oh, Angelina said I was brave for buying an old mirror. Is it because there's ghosts in old mirrors? Because if so, I have a lot of old mirrors in my house.
She collects them.
Ghosts abound. Leslie says she loves the square crate. So this was $3.99. I'm going to pull it up here and see how much. Oh, Alexa is talking to me.
Alexa
Alexa,
must
good
have thought
night.
she must have thought you said something to her. I'm
Hi.
gonna unplug her.
Just unplug Alexa. She's over there butting into my live video. All right, so this one is going to be $12.95 once it's painted. It's not a huge crate, but once it gets painted, I think it's going to be really cool. It's got a knot on it back here. It says Julianne Caramels, but when we paint it, you'll be able to see that. So, always love me a good crate. Let's see. See if there's any questions. All right, no questions. So I'm gonna hop over and see. We sold a few things, so let's see what people are buying.
See what's popular.
Sarah went shopping again. Sarah, is your husband home? Do you have a husband? Is there a boyfriend? Is he gone? Because Sarah is going crazy. She also bought this shirt in a large. And it's good that you bought it because I went to check on to see what sizes I had bought because I put it up just before we went live. And it said it was no longer available. I don't know if it's gonna come back, but as of right now, the one I have in each size is all we have. So good job, Sarah. All right, let's see, Jane bought, what did you buy, Jane? Oh, she bought the utensil crock.
Nice.
And I think that's it for now. All right, I'm gonna go move on to the next item.
So should you have the hankering to go to the thrift store and you're crafty and handy and you want to do your own projects and your own upcycling, we sell all of this paint and awesome stencils and things at JamiRayVintage.com.
You can buy junk, but you can also buy stuff that makes your junk look like better junk at JamiRayVintage.com. All right, so this is a memo board, obviously. I mean, it's already done all the hard work for me. I like to buy frames and turn them into memo boards, but this is already done, except for the paint finishes a la Hobby Lobby. No offense to the Hobby Lobbyist, but it's very like chintzy, fake, like it's not a good faux finish. So we are going to take this part out so we don't get paint on it, and then we will repaint the frame how we do and make it look all French and awesome. And it was $5.99, which I don't know why, but Savers always has frames and clocks so super cheap.
Yeah. Well,
Always.
Sometimes.
But everything else is expensive.
Yeah,
I feel
sometimes
like.
they have like their candlesticks are like $7, $8.
$8, yeah, but these are super cheap. So $5.99, and I'm gonna sell for $24.95. Hobby Lobby wanted $50 with their cheesy paint finish. It's gonna get good. Somebody, and I do love me some Hobby Lobby. I do buy a lot of stuff there, but their faux paint finish they do with machines, it's no bueno. If you don't speak Spanish, that means no good.
I don't know that anyone doesn't know what bueno means. I mean, maybe if you're out there now, you know, but.
What did I say the other day? We were in the temple and I said, oh, so the guy was reading a name and he was worried that he was going to say it wrong because it was a Hispanic name. And I said, muy bien. And he's an older guy. And he goes, say it again. So I said it again. It was funny. Anyways, all right.
I think it's just funnier to you.
Well, like, who does, I just think he either A, doesn't know what muy bien means, which is very good, or couldn't hear me, but I felt bad because I was like, you pronounced it so good, but then you think I said say it again, and I was trying to give you a compliment. Anyways, we'll go back. Did we finish the frames from Wednesday? Jana, we did, but Zeb has not sealed them. If we can get to it, and I don't forget, those are two ifs. I'll have Zeb grab them and show them to you because they are done except for being sealed, which once we seal them, they'll be a little bit.
You know what? Ironically, we started out two very different frames. I wasn't even trying to copy Jami. She wasn't trying to copy me. We set them next to each other when they were all dried out and ready to go, and we were done messing with them. They just need sealed, and they look like the same person painted them the same finish.
We spend
it's silly.
So much time together that we say a lot of the same things. We finish a lot of the same ways. It is what it is. All right, so this was $5.99 for this terracotta pot, and I think it's really pretty, but we're gonna paint it and wax it, and then it's gonna be $14.95. And I just like the ornate style. I also like that it's all kind of crackled, and so when you paint it, then it gets, when you wax it, it gets all down in those cracks and it looks old. It does a lot of the work for you.
What color do you want that?
Not white.
No,
something that white wax will look good.
I'll go get a different color.
Hold on, we had a question. I think they DM'd me, hold on. Let's see if I can finish that. The memo board for sale, what are the measurements? Oh, it says, what does it mean it'll be painted? It means that we're going to paint it, Sherry, if you're still watching. Do we have a measuring tape?
Maybe Sherry's not watching at all and she just saw it.
Sherry, I don't.
Messaged you.
Oh yeah, I don't have a measuring tape.
I think I've got one right here.
Do you have one?
drawer.
That guy just gave me one at that yard sale.
We've got a yardstick right
Oh, we have a yardstick.
But I do
Don't worry. We have a vintage yardstick that we thrifted this week. So we're in luck, Sherry. Okay, it is let's go to the highest point. It's 21 inches tall by 16 inches wide, and we're gonna paint it and wax it, probably farm fresh, which is like a blue-green color with white wax, and then I'll just wet distress it to bring some of the detail out. So Sherry's still watching.
We're gonna let
and
this
it's still
tote dry.
available. Now you know what we're gonna do with it. Let's see if it's something just sold. Let me see if I can find it.
I gotta go get a color for this. I'm gonna bring a couple colors. You guys ponder on what you want to see painted.
Let's see. Pat bought something. What did you buy, Pat? Oh, she bought the antique copper pan that we already showed. That one's a good one. And then, oh, the memo board already sold to Monica Mastro Piet. Oh, I won't say the last name all the way because, you know, safety first. She also got the 3-tiered caddy that we've had for a while. Good job, Monica. I'm like, I tried to just say first names and I almost said the whole last name.
You almost broke your own rule.
I almost broke my own rule. Okay, we're back. Okay. The next one we have here is like this big, see how thick the glass is? Anybody know why I love thick glass? I love thick glass because it doesn't break as easy. I'm not saying that it doesn't break, but thin glass breaks really, really easy. This is actually etched. Can you see the flowers in it? And then it has a saying from, quote from Maya Angelou. It says, beauty and strength can be found in diversity, which I think is really pretty. But I think if you didn't like it, you probably could take it off with acetone.
All right, so I'm gonna let you weigh in here. And I hope you pick good colors that you're...
Somebody said they want to see pink. Do we have pink?
On this?
Oh, I don't know. They just want to see pink in general.
Pink? I mean, I don't think we do. I don't think we have any right now. We ran out when we did some stuff for the girls' rooms.
What did we paint?
So what I have in my hot little hand is some aviary. We've also got some prairie gray. I almost called that weathered wood. It's prairie gray And then this is the water lily. I'm hoping you pick water lily because this looks amazing on terracotta with white wax.
It does. So I forgot to tell you guys.
I'll give you a minute or two to think on what you want because it's getting white waxed at the end. So that's what we'll do. And I know, you probably want to see like yellow or pink or maybe some orange or red. We don't really do that here. We're farmhouse.
Orange isn't happening unless I'm painting a pumpkin or Halloween decor. But this was $2 and I'm selling it for $18.95. Linda says water lily. Patricia says water lily. So water lily it is. All right.
You
anyways,
saw two people.
This is $18.95. It's got that cool saying, which I really like, and edge glass. I think it's really pretty. Okay. We're moving on. Let's see. I'm not used to being in Facebook. Like, that's a really weird place for me to be and answer questions. If you're just tuning in, if you want to shop tonight, you can just go to JamiRayVintage.com, and that link is, Ivy's been dropping links. Her internet's spotty with the storms going on, and then you just hit Saturday Thrift Haul.
We've committed.
Shelly just bought the rolling pins.
Both of them. All right, Shelly. I have one with the red, but what color do you want to see the other handles painted? I'll get to that in a minute. And you can see that. I have these colors here. I do have a yellow over there and probably some marquee, so another reddish. So, I'll let you decide. We don't do it often. Usually we just, we go with what we've got here, but let me know.
Where is Lolly? Speaking of orange, I have not seen her.
So she commented on our anniversary thing. She's had a lot going on. I think she's got...
You missed some spots on the tote. He'll get back to you.
Okay, we'll circle back because that's probably going to have to take another coat and then, we'll distress and things like that, but I'll get it. I also didn't paint the bottom, which will probably happen off camera because we just don't have enough time to let it dry. And unless you guys want to watch white paint dry.
So if you click the JRV branded stuff, that'll show, but then if you go to JRV Closet, that should have all the rest of the clothing. Ivy, if you're on here, maybe drop that link, and then if she doesn't get back on here, I'll try to drop it. Missy says, I bought the galvanized tin and ceramic birds and the 2 birds with crowns. Can't wait to see what you do with them.
Awesome.
All right, so this says American Breeder Service. We're not actually... American Breeders.
I just loved it because it's a 48-inch
Beef,
yardstick.
Dairy, and Horses, DeForest, Wisconsin, and it's got encyclopedia information on the back.
I also loved it. It tells you what the speed of light is on the back.
It does. We're not selling this. It was $2.99 and it's going in Zeb's Mantique collection. I love old yardsticks. This actually is 48 inches, so more than a yard.
That's a 4-foot yardstick.
But a yard is like 1.333.
What are you talking about? It's 48
What kind
inches.
of brushes are we using?
That's 4
Zeb
feet.
is using the Smooth Talker from DIY, which I don't know if we have
This
those.
This one's been heavily used.
And a Klingon brush.
Yep, this is the
Lorraine
Klingon.
got the shelf. Whoop, whoop. All right, we're gonna keep moving. So if you guys go to thrift stores, never overestimate or underestimate, that's the word. Never underestimate the power of the baggy wall. Sometimes they have them at Goodwill, sometimes they have them at Savers. This was at Savers, and the baggy wall is usually like $2.99 to $4.99. I got the pair of these for $2.99, and I don't think Zeb put the price on them, but I think we're selling them for...
I didn't because I didn't have anywhere to mark. I think...
$14.95.
Yes, I think you're right on that.
Let's see, I'll pull up the collection. I just want to make sure I'm giving you right prices. They're not super big, which is why they're not like super expensive. Yep, $14.95. They do have wax on the top, and so what we do is we take a heat gun and we heat it up and then we wipe it off to get the wax off, but we don't polish them. We like our brass tarnished. All right, speaking of brass, let's show them. I have not ever found one of these before. It does have tarnish on it, which I feel like is awesome. This is a brass teapot, and it's heavy duty. It's got like a little acorn on the top. It's very cottage core, even leaning towards mid-century. It's got the feet on the bottom, which is my favorite when I get the silver teapots. But then it's also got an etched design in it, which is just gorgeous. And it was a little bit spendy.
Did you put a little Barbra Streisand on your gorgeous just now?
Hello, gorgeous! Yes, that's what I said when I saw this in my mind. It was $9.99, and I'm selling it for $22.95. Isn't that cool? And it says lead-free solid brass made in India. Anytime I see a teapot with feet, I have to buy it. So I'll show you the other teapot while we're at it. This, oh, sorry.
It's okay. I was getting real aggressive with my painting.
So this one has like this hard black resin handle, and then it's tarnished silver. It does have a finial that's missing on the top of it, but I've never seen this style. Look at the design on that. It's really cool, and it says Lunt silver plate 100-R, and it's just very mid-century modern, and it has this border etched on the top that I just thought was really cool, kind of bohemian. So $9.99, I'm gonna sell for $22.95. It's like a lighter. Oh, maybe that's just dust. They must have stored something in it. Hopefully it wasn't like opium or something.
Why would it be that?
I don't know. It's like this white powder in there. See? Anyways, it's really cool, and I like it a lot. So, okay, let's go back to the comments.
All right.
You know, it's gonna be really weird when we upload this to YouTube because we couldn't go live on YouTube, and people are like, "What's going on? She's live on
but
Facebook,
she's not.
but she's not live on YouTube." All right, crockware, very cottage core. We've got this brown crock. It actually has almost like circles on it with a scallop design, and then this looks like a flower and a dot. I'll bring it up to you so you guys can see. Look how cool that is. And it's crock type material. Says Mar Crest oven proof stoneware USA. And I think it was $5.99. The tag's not on it anymore. But let me pull up. Whenever I find these, they always have the tops taped on, and that's where the price tag is. And I always think that I'm going to put the price tag back, and then I never do. Oh, that's funny. I messed up the main photo with this. It was like showing it open. Okay, and I'm gonna sell for $18.95. I saw these upwards on Etsy and eBay for like $30-ish. So I really like this one. You can make some Dutch oven bread in it.
Yeah, you could.
I love stoneware for baking bread.
Okay, I'm gonna go get another brush. This, I think it could look like molded cement, so I'm gonna try the prairie gray on there and then go with a white wax over the top and see if we can make this look like cement a little bit. I gotta go get another brush though.
Tracy says, if I painted with my husband, we would probably bicker too much. If Zeb and I bicker at all, which is usually few and far between, and mostly we're teasing, we get lots of comments about me being mean. So we pretty much try to be nice to each other, except for when I'm pinching his knee. All right, next brass item. This matches the teapot. It was $5.99 and I'm selling it for $12.95. It has got a little bit of tarnish on it, and it's a creamer. Look how cute that is. It's got the scallop top, and again, the feet and the etching, which is super cute. And it's a nice, heavy, good weight. But look how cute these are together. They had more brass, but they were kind of spendy, and these were the two most unique ornate pieces. So when I'm buying brass and tarnished silver, I don't just buy it because it's brass or tarnished silver. I buy it if the piece is unique and has a style I like. So keep that in mind, because not all brass and tarnished silver sells well. The unique always does good. Gianna's like, where's my bird? LOL. And Leslie said, we don't give birds here. I can't give you the bird because Facebook doesn't like it.
They do have a similar system. We're just not set up for it because we haven't done
You can set up for like a membership group on Facebook too. But
over here, it's all about the top fans and the stars.
That's right. Okay. Let's see. Laura says, I'm the sweetest. Who could ever think I'm mean? You've never seen me when I'm hungry.
She's not mean. She's not mean even then. It's just so out of character. If she ever does get a little snappy, you're just like, what's going on? Do you need to eat? You need a hamburger?
You just need cheeseburger? That's me.
I has cheeseburger.
You don't want him to be hungry either. That's like when we were building the house. That was the one thing that we tried to keep under wraps.
She came over bearing sandwiches.
I'm like, here, you need this.
She's like, eat this, then we'll talk about the placement of that light fixture over there.
We'll talk later. Okay, so I got these two Hemingway insulators. These, if you don't know, are from electrical poles. There's still some old ones. Every now and then they're still up, not in use. And they would put them over to keep the electric, right, like inside of it. The glass
It keeps it from like conducting through the wood.
There you go. And I paid $1 each. I saw them about $9.95 each, and I'm gonna sell the pair because I think they're really cute in a vignette staged together. The sad thing is that there were 3 and one rolled right out of the back of my car. And they're gonna be $12.95 for the pair. And they do have like cracks in them, but not like broken cracks. Cracks. Can you see that? Like it's fine. You can still decorate with it. Usually these have it because they're like utilitarian.
All right, so some of you watching might be like, oh, you just painted that like a weird gray. This is the best base color for getting your waxes and your other color blending and stuff going. It's awesome. It's like a really good neutral.
They can't. Can they see it? Oh, they can.
I can see it. It's just got that weird
look
thing
at
up
these
there for
cute
us.
little brass geese. I said that was the last piece of brass, but I found these 2 little geese.
Those are good.
Aren't they cute? And they were $1 each, which I feel like is a really good price. And I'm selling for $12.95 for the pair. I just think they're really darling, especially if you're a mid-century lover. But even into like the French European cottage style, these are really good. And they're nice, like heavyweight. All right, let's see if we have any comments.
Okay, let's see about where I missed.
Jana was just kidding about the birds. It's okay, Jana. We know. We know that you know. Did you guys finish the clocks? Oh, you mean the mirrors? We did. Zeb's going to show you in a little bit when we're done.
Oh, am I going to bring those in? Oh,
Yeah.
man, I missed a whole side. You're not even kidding. I thought I was just missing a little spot when they said I missed some. Man.
I'm just seeing if there's... All right. Ivy says she loves those. I'm not surprised, Miss Ivy. All right. Crystal. Again, with brass and silver, same thing with crystal. I only buy it if it's really unique and beautiful because I do see it a lot when I'm thrifting. This is a really good weight, kind of a la, and I can't say what it is, but a la Waterford. If you've ever heard of Waterford crystal, it's a really heavy, nice, well-made crystal. And this is probably along those lines. And it's got like really good reflective quality. It's got a nice heavy handle and it's all gorgeous. And it makes the, you hear that? Like you're at a fancy dinner. That's the crystal sound. That's the test.
So did she ever say what she wanted to see this handle painted on
Shelly
this?
Bean?
Yeah. Did we ever get a comment on that from her?
I did not see a comment. For Shelly, if you're on, you need to tell us what color you want or it's getting painted.
I'm gonna go yellow and then distress it, and I think it'll look real good with the red.
So this was $7.99. If it wasn't a beautiful crystal picture, I would never pay that much, but because it's crystal, I felt like that was a good price, and I'm selling it for $26.95. My mom was like, we should keep that. I'm like, have you met the monkeys we live with? This needs to go to a good home. Actually, the nice thing about crystal is it's super heavy. It's thick glass, so it doesn't, well, it's not glass, but anyways, it doesn't break as easily. Okay, so we've got this finial. It's an artichoke. I'm not painting it because it's already got like this really good faux patina coppery situation happening here. It was $4.99 at Savers, and Deb didn't get the price on it, so I'm gonna look it up real quick. Luckily,
I'm sorry, I got about a quarter of the way down with pricing.
it's fine. We had a weird night with the power going out and everything else. So, oh, $12.95 is how much I'm selling this for, which I feel like is a good price for a nice piece of artichoke finial. All right, go back to Facebook.
You know, normally I wouldn't use a stencil brush for this, but I want to be really accurate and not get on the wood. And it's got these short, stiff bristles. I think it's going to work. So guys, I broke out some Queen Bee. If I had a favorite yellow, it would be this one. Very versatile. Fits in the primary color category.
Oh, all right. Hopefully Shelly Dean likes it. I didn't see a comment from her.
All right.
Oh, here, I'm gonna show these birds. They already sold. They're gonna get painted. They were $1 each, and I can't remember. I think $14.95 or $12.95. One or the two. That's how much I sold them for.
This stencil brush might be like my go-to for handle painting. It's just putting it on there is super good.
Zeb did not get the price on these either. We have these.
I told you I only got about a third done.
I'll do it, my flat. There we go. I'm not painting them. I have 5 of them, and they were handmade because they used to be on Etsy, and I paid $1.50 each, and I'm selling the lot of them for $24.95. They're just a really pretty wood. I don't know what kind of wood do you think this is?
I'm gonna vote probably cherry. Oh, you know what? That could be, it also looks like it could just be like a white oak. Yeah.
Ivy, your links are showing up, so you're good.
I think that's a white oak.
Yeah, these are really pretty. So $24.95 is what I'm selling all 5 of them for. This one, they must be oh, that just needs some glue. I was like, it's crooked. It's not crooked. It just needs glue on that. So we'll take care of that before we mail it. All right, I'm gonna push over the rest of the stuff because Reb started painting and he did not make sure that I had all of my thrift items.
Well,
okay.
I knew you were good for it to grab it.
You knew that I could probably handle grabbing it. I don't know. It's touch and go some days. All right.
I feel like all my paint's in front of what I'm doing here.
Okay. I believe this bird already sold, but I'll show it to you anyways. We always love this size bird. It was $3.99. We're selling for $7.95. This one's getting a paint job. Put that in the paint pile. These are always good sellers for us. These are Anthropology letter mugs. The letter of the day is M. It was $2.49 and I'm selling it for $9.95. I've had, how many of these letter mugs have you had?
Oh, like several.
3 or 4, and every time they always sell well. So if your name starts with M and you need this Anthropology letter mug, then this one's for you, M. All right, next is the cutest little Piggy Collection. This also comes from the, sorry, I yelled too much at football games today. My voice is going. This is from the wall. So it's from the baggy wall at Savers. $2.99, and look how cute those are. And then there's the little piggy in the bucket. He's cute. And then these are actually vintage California, made in Japan, papal. They've got a tag on the bottom. Here's those little piggies. Aren't they cute? So the whole set was $2.99, and I'm selling it for, let's see.
I'll distress the handle once it dries.
Oops. Sorry.
Some lids back on here, and I'm gonna get the heat gun
The
out.
finial just sold.
Nice.
And there's only 4 of these shirts left.
Only 4 of those shirts.
I wished I would have bought more, but I didn't know that they were gonna not carry them anymore. Oh, $12.95 for the Piggy Collection. If you guys are resellers, anytime you find collections, especially like pigs or cats, if they're cute like this, pick them up. I just sell them together and people love them. All right, last but not least, I have these little domes. I'm gonna need water, hold on. Hold on, hold please. Okay, and I'm back. These were 50 cents each. These are actually from a candle holder that goes like this. I've seen them before, that's how I know. And there was wax in there, and Zeb just melted all the wax off, but these are so cute on little dessert plates. It's like, picture that this is a plate with a, look how cute that is. We need to wash it some more, it's got some water spots. But anyways, you get the idea. And I'm selling these for, let's see. If you guys try to buy cloches or anything like that, you know, they're kind of spendy, so anytime I can find anything close, I always get it. There we go.
The cloches are actually ridiculous.
$4.95 each, but you know what I almost didn't show?
What?
My favorite thing I found today.
What, is it not even here?
No, it's over here.
Yeah, cloches can be crazy price-wise. I don't even know why. They're like a bowl. A tall, skinny bowl.
Because they're popular. All right, guys.
Oh.
So, when
she liked that so much, she carried it home in the car all the way from the thrift store.
I carried this on my lap because I couldn't dare let it get broken. It does have, I'll show you up close, some cracks, like chips on the edges of the leaves, which is really common with this style pottery. But anybody that's been following us for a while knows that when we went to France and we were in the cemetery where Monet is buried, it's outside the church that Monet went to, they have these beautiful wreaths made of porcelain, like, what is it? Is this called porcelain?
Sure.
Ceramic wreaths, and I was obsessed. And we did some research and found out that those were made by an Italian maker called Diamante. So if you're not familiar with it, then you're like, who's that? So it's a famous ceramics house in Italy. And every time I go to thrift stores and I find pieces with flowers on it like this, I'm always like, oh, I wonder if it is, and it never is. But today was the day. Today was the day that I found this piece for $5.99, and I flipped it over. Oh!
Careful flipping it.
I almost hurt myself. I flipped it over, I'm like hurting myself. I'm so excited. And it said made in Italy, and I thought, oh, that's good, because there's a lot of ceramic maker knockoffs, right? And then it said Capo di Monte, and I looked up the maker's mark with the crown in the end, and lo and behold, this is Capo di Monte, and it's amazing.
Mom's trying to tell you not to sell that.
What? And it's $49.95. Oh, Mom. Well, you better help on January.
So Jamie's mom watches in the other room while we're live, and she pops out here in her robe, and she's like,
Where are you gonna put this? In the
she's
window
like, don't sell that.
Oh, you're not funny. That's why you're going to bed? Okay, good night, Mom. Anyways, so this was $5.99, and I'm selling it for $49.95. And it's kind of spendy, and I don't care, because if you love it as much as I do, you got to pay to play. And if nobody pays to play, then I will just lovingly care for it at my home until somebody wants it. The one thing I liked about this, though, is some of their stuff, no offense to Capo Diamante lovers, is a little bit gaudy. But this is just like a really classic piece. The cream, the crazing, the soft flower in the middle. It's not like in your face, so it matches well with like the European cottage style. So I was super excited, guys. All right, I'm gonna go back to comments.
Hey, where all those stencils go that I had out over here?
What stencils? Oh, I put the stencils up there in a box. Cheryl says, I never find those. Hey, Stacy's here. You gotta get painting, girl. What? I don't need to paint. Zeb's got it. Yeah, my mom likes it because there's a rose on it. My mom is much like my daughter Odelia. She likes about 50% of the stuff I have. And there's a fine line between like hoarder and collector. And so I have the same way. I gotta sell some stuff, because if you keep it all, you run out of shelf space. That's why you should resell. It's awesome. Then you get to enjoy it for a little bit and then share it with somebody else. All right. Do there any comments? All right, I'm gonna move back. Let's see, I saw some things sold, so let's see what sold. And then I guess I better get to painting. Dawn, what did Dawn get? She bought the extra large on this. Yeah. Victoria, what did you buy, Victoria? The brass creamer. She must like brass too. Jana bought the artichoke finial. Just making sure I got everybody.
If you guys don't know, yesterday.
Oh, the teapot sold. Victoria bought that.
Our new stencil brushes and Christmas holiday paper came out for retailers and on our website. So
yeah, so our retailers are getting their orders in for their paintbrushes, and we'll be shipping out the decoupage paper next week. But if you haven't checked it out, go to JamiRayVintage.com and you can see the new stencil brushes. We found our very own manufacturer. It was a labor of love to find somebody that makes stencil brushes. Surprisingly enough, it's difficult. And I wanted them to be assembled here in the USA, so it took me a little bit to get that going. And then the decoupage paper is really cute. One of them is a vintage Santa postcards, a bunch of Santas, and the other one is a stag's design, so they're kind of fun. Oh, the terracotta pot. Vicky bought that. Vicky! She's my friend from Utah that moved away. All right, let's go back to the comments. Okay, everybody's watching, nobody's commenting. Let's see if any questions. We've been live for 46 minutes.
we're doing good. We've got a lot of stuff painted already.
Well, you do. I've just been sitting here.
Well, I did bail on you on the showing of the thrift haul about 15 minutes ago.
Linda, Caitlin accidentally got the papers up later, a couple hours after the brushes. So if you missed the papers, email customercare@JamiRayVintage.com and ask Caitlin to add them to your order, or you can just put in a separate order, because on Jami Ray Vintage, the papers and the brushes are free shipping. So we'll just combine your orders. We always look up when we're shipping to see if anybody has extra orders out, and we combine them. So if you want papers, go ahead and get those ordered. We do not sell Paint Pixie on our website anymore. We have these stencil brushes. We carry Cling On brushes and the DIY
So
paint
we got
brushes.
the Cling On and then the DIY. And there's a few other brushes. We also have some Worcester brushes and some
Is it
Zebra brushes.
Worcester or Worcester?
Worcester.
Worcester. Yes.
Worcester.
Sharon loves pigs. She just bought the collection.
All right,
Good job,
Sharon.
Sharon.
You guys ready to see this stencil? It's cool.
Super excited that the brass teapot and creamer sold because I've not sold brass in those before, and I'm glad to know people like them. I figured they would, but you never know.
This side's getting a different shape.
All right, I'm gonna start white waxing. Do you have it over there, Cindy?
I don't have the white wax out yet.
Never fear, Jamie is here, although I don't know where.
If you guys are wondering, I'm using this old crusty towel to offload over here so that my brush is dry enough I don't get bleeding underneath the stencil.
We had to put our sheep up a little bit early tonight because it started storming and they were not happy about that situation.
And we had some crazy wind. Every time we get real heavy winds, I'm like, hope I built the house good. Hope the roof's on there right.
We may be busy tomorrow if people have trees down because gotta help the neighbors out.
We have a friend that hasn't had their neighbor's tree fall in their yard.
Big old, probably 30-year-old tree. Crack in half. Ivy just dropped the link to the decoupage paper. Patricia, you can get these stencils, the sheep stencils at jamirayvintage.com under JRV stencils. If Ivy's still here, she can drop a link. Or if you have a JRV retailer, you can see if they carry that stencil. Sometimes they don't carry all of them because we have so many.
I think we have around 300 stencils.
We have a lot of stencils. But you can ask your local retailer if they would order it in. Or if you don't have one, Jami Ray Vintage.
We have been retiring a few recently, so watch out for that. If you've got one you love, snag it.
Yeah, there's a bunch that are on the retired list. They're actually half off right now on the website too. So, all right. Did you dry this or did this just air dry?
That's just air dry, but it still got some wet spots. I'll hit it with the heat gun. Why don't you do this one? I don't know if they can see it.
I need the kitchen screwdriver.
Here, I'm just been using the back of a fork.
Don't worry.
You got it?
I got this thrifted butter knife.
I guess we could get, what are they called? Church keys. We could keep one of those in the drawer, but I've got about 30 in the garage and we never bring them in for a video.
But you can't put your butter on your bread with a church key, but that you can put butter on your bread or open up your paint cans. So it makes sense that you would have just use the butter knife. And I buy a lot of my silverware at the thrift store for like 25 cents a piece, so. Okay, so I'm just taking this that he painted prairie gray and I'm white waxing over it.
This tote's getting a lot of stenciling.
It said free wood, it's still so expensive. The thing about wood that you cut down, if you mill it yourself, you also need to kiln dry it, which is an experience in and of itself. And depending on the species of wood, it needs to sit for a few years. So keep that in mind. Ask us how we know about needing to kiln dry wood. I don't think Zeb wants to relive that story.
Yeah, let's not tonight.
I've already
had enough fun like chasing down everything in the yard that needed to be buttoned up before the storm hit us after the power went out.
We brought down all the plants and brought in my dad's spider plant and got all the pillows from outside. Okay, I've got that white wax on there. I'm gonna go grab if I have a rag or a paper towel.
So I kind of angled this on here because a lot of times some of these old logos are they just slap them on there. They're in a hurry. They weren't meant to look pretty.
Just wiping back that white wax. I'll show it to you up close. Don't worry, it's coming. It's hard to do close-ups when you're live.
And this is just one of our grain sack stencils.
Oops, wrong way. There you go. Can you see how that pops that detail? So when I use a rag and go over it, it just pulls back the paint in the high spots, or the wax, sorry, in the high spots and leaves it in the low spots.
Man, I was having a struggle there for a second.
Were you on the struggle bus?
I had this thing upside down and backwards.
If you guys have not checked it out, we used this stencil yesterday to bleach dye some shirts, and we have those shirts up on jamirayvintage.com with free shipping. We did flannels and a denim jacket and a sweatshirt with our stencils and bleach.
Some folks were concerned that we weren't neutralizing the bleach. I hit them with that heat gun and they dried up real fast, and then we washed them.
Then I washed them with soap and an extra rinse to get the bleach to stop reacting, so it wasn't wearing through the shirts.
So this is making it look like this was maybe like a shipping pallet or crate or something, and someone cut it down and made a tote. That's how I feel that this is making this look.
Now that's done. So that is just white wax and prairie gray. Do we have the, like what was in this frame?
Yes, I have all the goodies.
I think I'm just gonna pull the black velvet
Yeah,
off.
you want to paint that before I put this back together? Like just paint it like prairie gray or something on the back.
Because
it was like fraying and gross.
Yeah. Bye-bye, old velvet.
Uh-oh. Okay. We gotta order a new heat gun. This one's on its last leg. It's been heavy used.
Dying a slow death.
And the nozzle's all bent. It's been dropped a few times.
All right. Later on, I will paint the inside and the back, but you can't really paint the velvet and it was all yucca, so I just took it off. We'll paint it. Where's the middle?
Oh, I would paint it right now.
I'm not gonna paint it right now.
I just want to show them.
Just want to show them what it looks like with this.
I know. Oh, you bent that back.
What back?
Don't, that'll hurt your finger.
Oh, that's
you
hardcore.
bent this.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Ta-da!
Oh, you're not putting the whole thing
There's
on there.
paint. No, I was just showing them what it looked like. Seb's good. I'm not going to put it in here permanently because I'm going to paint it later. Okay. Can you please show us the toolbox again, Joy says.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it up in just a sec. I'm putting
Something just sold. Let's see. Oh, the Waldorf casserole dish. Pat bought that. That's actually from a couple of weeks ago from a thrift haul. We always leave everything into thrift haul collections because sometimes people watch the videos weeks later and they go look for stuff, and sometimes it's still for sale, but they don't know it because it's not in there. All right.
I got a little star I'm going to put right here.
After you're done with that, you want to heat gun this, and then I'll... I can paint this bird.
Paint the bird.
Should I paint it prairie gray or should I paint it water lily?
Water lily.
I'll paint this bird water lily and the birds with the crowns because one person bought all of them and then they'll match. And the color is a little bit bright, but when you white wax it, it tones it down and it's just really pretty mix. I would have never known that it was such a pretty mix except for Jean, who used to work for me. She stopped because she is doing family stuff. But anyway, she used to work for me and she came up with that color combo and I love it. We used to have the gals in the shop paint for us, but now that we have all of this stuff up on the website, it's pretty busy, so they usually don't have time. So Zeb and I paint it all now.
I was going to paint the handle copper, but I don't know. I don't know now.
No, I like it the way that it is. Comments, do you want the handle copper or not? Nobody's saying.
We're getting lots of hearts, thumbs ups. I'm
They
taking
like
that
it?
as a yes.
They like it as is.
Okay. I need to, if we're leaving the handle as is, the paint is actually sticking to this PVC really, really well.
So Lisa says, I wish I had that stencil, and Shay says yes, copper, so maybe we should do a copper.
Yes,
She
copper.
says, I wish I had that stencil as I'm working on a magazine rack, would look nice. Not sure if it would sell. So I don't know about where you live, but where we live, anything with sheep on it, sheep are like the new bird. You know how anything that was a bird used to sell? And it's hot, and it's hard to find because the people at the Hobby Lobby haven't picked up on it yet. So it kind of sets you apart when you have sheep stuff. We have people that come into our shop looking for it. Yeah.
Now we're gonna be using them on shirts and all kinds of stuff. Like I'm gonna be doing that bleach technique on quite a few things, I think.
Well, we have two sheep in the backyard. One's named Han, one's named Chewy. And so we like to use the sheep because it reminds us of them. We even have, if you checked out our beauty line, our hard lotion has a sheep imprinted into the lotion bar. Zeb custom made the design, and then our apothecary who makes all our products had a mold made. Laura says sheep are like crack, and Hattie says finally here. And Anna says yes, copper. Jody says
copper.
to paint the handle to match the stencils, which I think would also be good. But I think
I'm gonna try the copper. If it doesn't look great, we'll go back and we'll do it the prairie gray, which is what the stencil color is. I'm liking the stencil color on this white. It kind of gives it that faded, not in your face black without having to distress it too much to get it that old look. Because we're distressed this, and it's gonna pick up those brush strokes on the white swan that I did, and it'll have like little cracks and creases and look really old. It'll be awesome.
this was great. Now it's going this light blue color. I do paint the bottoms of things, but it's usually off camera. Once it's dry, I'll flip it over and take care of that. Sometimes I don't paint the bottoms if it's not something that people will see, but I feel like on this it would show up. All right, we're gonna put this little birdie over here. It's always hard to paint all of it because then wherever you touch, the paint comes off. If I can get that done, and then I gotta touch up the nose. All right.
All right, I had a video.
Stacy says, in my area of West Virginia, anything with sheep, pigs, or chickens sell. Laura says, I totally tried the bleach technique after I watched the video. Laura, how did it turn out? And then Ayanna says, I've done copper over my gray stencil. It looks awesome. Yeah, I want to know, how did your bleach technique work? Zeb seriously was starting to look for flannels, but we were in Savers today and their flannels were like 12 bucks. And I about died when I had to pay $8 for a flannel at DI. I'm like, I'm not spending 12 bucks. Sorry, Savers. I know flannels are trendy right now and we're going into fall, but Jamie, don't play that. Because then it doesn't leave any room for profit. Because we sell them for $26.95 once we've zhuzhed them up.
All right, so I've got the DIY Pennies from Heaven, also available at JamieRayVintage.com. Actually, if you see it on a video, it's very rare that we don't have a link for it in the description of the video, or carry it on our website.
Well, this is Facebook, so there's not a description box.
But I copied and pasted over after the video.
That is true. All right. Okay.
And this is going on there so good. I'm loving these stencil brushes for this small detail work.
Yeah, I use them a lot for wax too. Candace says, poor Jamie needs a recording. Says, I paint the bottom afterwards for those who don't know. If I don't say it, there's like 400 comments. And even when I do say it,
people aren't really watching.
People don't watch the whole video. They stay long enough to say, aren't you going to paint the bottom? And then they bounce. All right. But comments are good, whatever they are, because it's all engagement, which is good for the algorithm. All right. I need to use the heat gun. Can I just unplug it?
Yeah.
When Zeb built this island, he put an outlet on each side.
It's a big island. I knew we were going to need power on that side too.
And they each are on their own breakers. So if we had our own heat guns, we could do 2 at a time. Oh, Laura said she didn't have a blotter, so her bleach leaked. It might be a 2-man job. Or you gotta just spray, then blot, then spray, then blot.
So when I did my shirt, I did that small little one in the video by myself, and so just that small section worked out pretty good. So we'll get some thrift store shirts in practice, or some rags or whatever. You have some blue rags that will show up good on there.
Or something that's stained anyways.
Yeah, old paint shirt. I did it on an old paint shirt to practice.
The inside has a lot of wet paint.
Are we liking the copper handle now that you guys can kind of see that on there?
The copper looks good.
It really took this
Leslie says.
PVC handle to another level, I'll tell you that.
Candace says, stupid autocorrect always wants to put an E on the end of my name. It's okay. Autocorrect gets the best.
It's all right. I also, autocorrect also makes my name Jeb, even on my own phone. So if you type in Jeb, you don't feel the need to, you got to correct it. I know what you meant.
We know that you know. Yeah, if you ever read a post from mine, 90% of the time I have spelled it correctly, but Facebook has decided to alter what I'm writing, or my phone has altered it. And Zeb, the other day, he grabbed my phone and he was putting that post for our anniversary up, and he's like, your phone does autocorrect stuff weird. I'm like, right? It's not just me.
It was aggressive about it. I'm like, nope, that's not what I meant. Nope, that's not what I meant either.
Pamela says she loves the copper handle.
Did this already sell? Did someone already claim this?
I don't know if it's sold yet.
I hope you like the color I'm painting it if you already did.
So I'm going to go ahead and pull back that wax. Now it does make the water lily look a little bit darker than it will be in the end because the wax will darken it, and then it's going to lighten a little bit and look less splotchy. It takes about 24 hours for the wax to not be splotchy. If it's still splotchy after 24 hours, there's either something underneath the paint or you didn't put your wax on evenly and you need more wax. But don't freak out, give yourself a day. And I actually don't mind it when it's a little bit different in color.
You know, if you give it enough time, it does even out eventually anyway.
Give it time. All right.
So this little brush is working to go up underneath the hole for this PVC pipe. So I'm almost getting like a perfect, without taping off, paint job on this pipe. up underneath it.
I would have held that there longer, but it's real heavy and my arm came out. So hopefully in that short amount of time, you could tell that there was paint down in the cracks.
She's got cheer elbow today.
I was cheering. I hauled my chairs all over Kingdom Come. I'm tired. So from now until football season is over, every Saturday night, I'm going to be tired.
Well, we have 2 games every Saturday, if not more, because we go to Eliza Cheers at a game.
Eliza, Redrick, Jack, and then if we go to Zeb's nephew Logan's game, that's 4. But his game was like at the same time as our other kids were doing stuff, so sometimes the timing doesn't work out.
His game was at the same time when Eliza was cheering.
So there we go. All right, I'm gonna check her comments. Leslie says, I can't even talk to Siri, I disabled it. And Stacy says, love the tote. When I type in Zeb, it puts Zebulon.
Hey, that is my name.
But it's Zebulon. Is it really a PVC pipe handle? It is. It's actually the second one that we found. And they paint really well, especially with the DIY paint. It sticks to everything. Yep, it's PVC pipe. I painted it at the first of the video. It had like the blue lettering on there. I painted it white, and now I'm going over it with the Pennies from Heaven copper patina. And it's giving it, and it's making it look like painted brushed on copper, like copper leafing almost. All right, I'm just seeing if we sold anything else. We did not, but there are 21 people on the website right now looking at the thrift haul at jamirayvintage.com. If you think you want it, maybe you should snag it because it's gonna probably be gone in the morning. I love statistics like this because you can go to the live view and then it'll tell you there's 7 people with active carts and 3 people checking out. Woohoo! Thank you guys. If you're one of those people, what are you buying? All right, let's go back to questions, and I think we're gonna be done here. We've been live for 1 hour and 5 minutes, so that's a good long live. So even if this was wood, it doesn't have to be PVC. PVC is just really, really cheap and easy to use. It's not like funky. It doesn't typically warp or bend, and it's light, so it makes a great handle. Oh, that's cute. The problem is, can you show them to them up close without, I guess you can touch the side. That was a good catch. Let's check that out. This was a little Cub Scout tote. His name is Connor, Den 4. Good job, Connor from Den 4. You've now turned your tote into a 1995 work of art. Okay. Are the stencils at the shop? They should be. We should have everything there. We even have the new ones, but I haven't checked to like physically see that they're there. But all the new stencils have been put into the shop. All right, Candace says, don't forget that some of the stencils are retiring, so check that out before they're gone. These ones are not retiring. The ones we just used are sticking around. Anna, we are not gonna have different designs for Christmas paper. We just came out with the 2 designs, and that will be it for the season. In fact, one of them almost didn't happen. It took forever to do the stag. Yeah, we almost just went with one, but we didn't want it to be like super overwhelming. Both can be used as individual elements or full sheets, and they're 20 inches by they're 30 by 20 that way. And they've got just tons of elements and designs on them. So if you want to cut them out or do whatever, we like to do that so you can use the whole sheet if you want, like on a big piece of furniture, or use it on small projects like this and it still looks really good. Yeah. Amalia, we just have some stencils that we're retiring because we had new stencils come in. So if you go to jamirayvintage.com, there's a list of them on there. And let's see. I think somebody, I can't remember, was it Vicky Griffin said she loves, well now you can hold it, water lily and white wax. Denise says, when shopping at your shop, are the stencils lower price with no shipping? Yeah, I think they're like $1 or $2 lower, just depends on which ones they are and how big they are. But the prices on them should be correct. All right, I think that's it. So, all right guys, thank you for joining us tonight. You can shop at jamirayvintage.com for things you saw. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and follow or subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more DIY. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. We'll see you later. Like Monday. Maybe Tuesday. Monday. Won't let me finish it.